Hi guys, this is Christy, and I am coming to you with a massive unhaul. I have a couple of books, as you can see. 6 are by one author, 3 are by another, and 1 is a standalone. I'm going to leave them right here because I don't have enough room on my bookcase. So I'm not going to go through every summary for these books. I just want to get them done and over with so I can just unhaul. So the first book is Friends Like These by Kimberly McCreet. This is a thriller. It's about 6 college friends have reunited for a glamorous weekend in the Catskills a decade after a fatal accident that nearly destroyed them. Keith, once the ringleader of a group, was a handsome charmer on the fast track to success. Now he's spiraling into addiction and stands at the edge of losing it all. This weekend is the last chance to save him. But Keith, it turns out, is not the only one who needs saving. By dawn on Sunday morning, a car has been found deep in the woods. One of the friends is dead, another is missing. When a local detective turns up to investigate, it's clear the group is hiding something ominous. Haunted by her sister's murder years ago, Detective Julia Scott has her own share of problems, but she's a skilled detective and knows a rehearsed story when she hears one. It is up to Julia to untangle a decade-long web of friendship, lies, and betrayals to discover the truth. But first, she needs to face her own past, including the secrets that could, in the end, offer the key to everything. I rated this like a 2-star. It really wasn't that great. Hence why I'm getting rid of it. Next 6 books are by April Henry. So I have 4 books that are duologies. So, like, these 2 go together. And this is Girl Stolen and Count All Her Bones. This is about a 16-year-old who is sleeping in the back of a car while her stepmom is is in the store refilling a prescription when the car is stolen, and the guy who steals the car doesn't know there's somebody in the back seat. But the only problem is she's blind. So she can't see anything, and she's also sick with pneumonia. So they kidnap her, and she has to figure out a way to get out of it while she's blind. This is a duology of this one. Not going to go into any details about this because the back could spoil what happened in this. These were okay. I rated these a 3-star, and they are very short books. They are less than, I believe, 400 pages. 300 pages. So they're less than 300 pages. So you could get this done in a day if you wanted to. Okay, next 2 books is another duology by the same person. Author April Henry. The Body in the Woods and The Blood Will Tell. Body in the Woods. Alexis, Nick, and Ruby come from very different backgrounds. Alexis has spent her life covering for her mom's mental illness. Nick's bravado hides his fear of not being good enough, and Ruby just wants to pursue her eccentric interests in the world that doesn't understand her. The 3 teens meet when they join Portland County's search and rescue. On their first mission, they are teamed up to locate an autistic man lost in the woods. What they discover instead is a dead girl. And a friendship that will be forged in danger, fear, and courage. The 3 work together to find the girl's killer before one of their own become another victim. I rated this 3.5 stars. Sorry, I know these books are in the way, but we're just going to have to deal with that. The second one is the duology, and it's a woman's body is found in a vacant lot, and one of the friends that are in this one is being framed for murder. So he has to figure out who's framing him and he has to get the police convinced that he didn't do it. These are a little bit longer, but the chapters are very, very short. So the last two books that are by April Henry are standalones. And this is The Girl I Used to Be and The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die. This one says, take her out back and finish her off. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know where she is or why. All she knows when she comes to in a ransacked cabin is that two men are arguing over whether or not to kill her, and that she must run. I read these two about a year or two ago, and they weren't really all that great. They're very fast reads, but I didn't really care for them. So, I think I rated this one. I think I rated all of these April Henrys like a 3, 3.5, 2 stars. Because they're so easy to read. The Girl I Used to Be is 14 years ago, a 3-year-old girl was the only survivor at a horrific murder scene. All these years later, that same girl is determined to search for the truth, but the killer is even more determined to stop her. When Olivia's mother was murdered and her father disappeared, everyone suspected her father had done it. Fast forward 14 years, new evidence now provides Olivia's father was actually murdered on the same fateful day her mother died. That means there's a killer still at large. Can Olivia uncover the truth before the killer tracks her down? Again, 3 to 3.5 stars. Very easy to read. Very good. Chapters are very short. Very easy to read. The last 3 books that I have are by the same author, and it's a trilogy, and it's The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I read these years ago. These came out in 2013 this came out. I think I've only read this twice. All 3 of these books. Twice. And it's I want to say they're sci-fi, but they're about aliens. So, The Fifth Wave was good. The Infinite Sea was fine. The Last Star was okay. It wasn't really that great. So we have The Fifth Wave, The Infinite Sea, and The Last Star. And again, these are about aliens. So, if you like that book, I can recommend you pick it up. They do have a movie on it. I watched the movie. Again, movie was okay, not the best. But I don't think I'm going to read any of these again. So, hence of why I am getting rid of said books. So, that is all the books I have for you. Sorry I went a little faster. And I read the synopsis because, again, I have not read some of these in a couple of years, so kind of don't remember what happened. But if you, again, would like Unhaul videos, let me know down below. I don't do Unhaul very often. The most video that I would probably do is my library haul videos, because I go to the library almost a couple of times a week. But I very rarely unhaul books, but whenever I do get a stack, I will definitely try and make a video out of the books. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below, comment, like, subscribe if you would like to see more unhaul videos. Again, I don't do them very often, but once I get a good stack, I can do a video. So, yeah, and I will, next video will probably be my November wrap up and December TBR. I'm gonna smush those together because I have only read 3 books, trying to go for 4. It is November 25th at the moment, so I do have a couple of days. I am reading Bird Box, and the chapters are very short, but I have been busy, so I will probably smush my November wrap up and December TBR all in one video. If y'all like longer videos, let me know. If y'all like shorter videos, let me know. I know my November wrap up is going to be very, very short. That's why I want to mush them together. So yeah, I'm just rambling now. So I'm going to go and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.